Hey group, Dr. Creepy here, and I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Good evening. Dr. Creepy would like to present to you just a word of friendly warning. He gives absolutely no guarantee of any information provided. And if you attempt any of these ridiculous projects on your own, do so at your own risk. Happy hauntings.
Hey gang, Dr. Creepy here, and here it is. This is the Styrofoam Wig Head 2 Skull tutorial. Before we get started, I just want to tell you a little bit about my t-shirt. I'm wearing a Secret Society of Fiends t-shirt that I got from Eric Pegors. Now, he's a professional artist. He's done some work for Disney and some Nickelodeon cartoons, and he's done his own stuff. It's really kind of retro throwback. It reminds you of the Rat Fink art from the 60s and 70s. Anyway, he's got a website, toxictunes.com. He's got the coolest art. Stickers, t-shirts, bumper stickers, books, work shirts. I mean, it's really cool art. Go check him out. I'm not getting anything for this. I just wanted to tell you guys about it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use 3 different techniques for this. First and foremost, we're going to use the Christian Hanson technique from the How to Make Your Own Scratch-Built Corpse video that I reviewed not too long ago. The quandary I had was the DVD was not available anymore online for purchase, and I really would hate to see this technique go to waste. So, I put the question out there to my viewers, and a lot of them said, messaged me and said, go ahead and do it. Some of them emailed me and said, you have to do it, So, I'm going to do it. The other techniques we're going to use is Craig Schreiber from the Devil's Chariot blog. We're going to use his teeth technique using polymer clay. Now, we're also going to use Brad Goodspeed's Making Skulls video as a reference for a couple other things I'm going to do. So I'm going to link those down below. You guys check those out because they're really great videos, and you can learn some really cool stuff. The Brad Goodspeed Making Skulls is an awesome tutorial because he takes the cheap styrofoam skulls that you get at dollar stores around Halloween time, and he just makes them look phenomenal. So check that out. Okay, here we go. This is what you're going to need. First and foremost, a wig head. Any wig head will do. I'm using actually these are the only ones I can find in my area. I didn't look too hard. The smaller female ones, you can use the male ones obviously, or any wig head you want. And this would probably work for just a big styrofoam block or ball if you have it. You just have to do a little more carving. You're going to need a marker, preferably one that works, because I tried this tutorial 5 minutes ago and the marker didn't work. A rotary tool of some kind, great stuff foam, expanding foam, sandpaper, sanding block, a rasp, and a hacksaw, preferably one with a blade, because I came down here and my blade was gone. Now, I don't know what happened to it because my kids don't use tools and my wife doesn't use tools. I'm thinking the dog. So, if you see a dog, a pit bull boxer mix with a hacksaw blade, yeah, run. Okay, you're also going to need, if you choose the smaller styrofoam head, the female head, you're going to want an extra block of styrofoam. It doesn't have to be this big, but what it's going to be the bottom jaw. So you're going to need something big enough to make it into a bottom jaw. This will make several bottom jaws. Anyway, so here we go. Step 1, you are going to make a line under the bottom lip of your styrofoam head, all the way around, as nice and straight as you can get it. And I am not one who's good at straight lines. Then you're going to take your non-existent hacksaw blade and you are going to cut along that line. Luckily, I've come prepared. So, you've got it cut so it's separated.
Hi guys.
Next thing you're going to do is, I've already marked this up, but I'm going to go ahead and mark it up again. You're going to make some negative areas, some marks around the negative areas like the orbits of the eye, the nose cavity, kind of follow where your jawline is going to be. This is going to be the front of the jaw, right in this area here where the lips are. So you're going to make a line where the jawline would be. Here I've already done it, so it's going to go a little faster than normal. Also, this area here, this your little temple here, you want to mark that in as well. Take this up and around into the temple. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to finish it out with whatever you're going to finish it out with. Be it latex or paper mache or an epoxy sculpt clay. So there you have it. That's the beginnings of your skull. Now, use your handy dandy rotary tool, which I should have set up, but I didn't. I'm so embarrassed. Okay. So once all your markings are complete, you're going to take your rotary tool and you're going to start carving out those areas. Now, here's a warning. This is going to get messy. You're going to just start carving out those areas that you marked. Okay, that's starting to look pretty good. You can take your rasp and kind of work around the brow area. And you take into account you have like a natural divot in this area here, and you want to knock some of this area out here too. I told you it was going to get messy. You didn't listen. No. You want to do your own thing. Well, that's just fine with me. Okay, so you get the general idea. It's starting to look a little skull-ish. And again, things like this, just like the little divots and such, I don't know if they'll even show up in the final product, but I like to take care of them just in case they do. Then I'll take my sandpaper and just kind of smooth out all the rough spots. You don't have to do that, of course. If you're just going to cover it with latex, well, you should just cover it with latex, because they don't look really great as just freestanding skulls. But I just like to have a smooth area to work on. And get it as smooth as you can. Now, Christian Hanson, what he does is he creates the bottom jaw and puts the two together. I like mine to have open mouths, so we're going to go ahead and carve all this out here. And you don't have to do that. That's just so I can give my mouth a little sense of realism here. Not my mouth, the skull's mouth. You know that. Okay, now we're going to move on to the bottom jaw. We're going to take a great big block of styrofoam that I mentioned earlier. I got to find a spot without holes in it. There we go. And I'm going to trace the general area where the jaw should be. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to do a whole lot of carving again. And that's going to be a pretty good shape, good enough shape for the bottom jaw. Then once I have everything together, I'm going to take out this negative area here. Take out some of it anyway. So here we go, on to connecting the jaw. Okay, now this next step comes from the Making Skulls tutorial from Brad Goodspeed's YouTube channel. You're going to need a couple dowels or even toothpicks. I'm using a couple pieces of rigid wire here. And you're going to shove them into your skull, like so. Then you're going to attach your bottom jaw. However your little heart desires. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I want mine just to be just a little crooked. So, alright, now you're going to take your expanding foam. And I know I don't have to tell you haunters this, but this is going to get messy. Be careful. This stuff is sticky. You just want to take your expanding foam and fill this area in. Not too much, but enough to attach it. And you see what I'm doing is I'm making my jawbone. And if you haven't checked out the Making Skulls tutorial on Brad Goodspeed's channel, do so because it's awesome. I'm going to fill in this negative area back here. And make sure you have some acetone or something handy to clean your hands and clean out your great stuff too. Alright, so that's what we've got for now. Now, of course, the weight is the hardest part.